Hello and welcome to this week's EMTV Social. Myself, Dave Harley, and John McGilvery so far. Looking forward to this week's action for the Monarchs. Hopefully Graham will join us in a bit, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, John. I mean, we've had a lot of good positive chats in these programs so far this year. Unfortunately, we had a bit in the bump in the road last week, and a few challenges, shall we say?
Yeah, it was probably a weekend to forget for a number of reasons last weekend. Friday night started pretty decent, a good win for Josh in heat number 1, and then it just seemed to go downhill from there. He's crashed in heat 6, looked a particularly sore one. He didn't look great walking across the centre green, and he was out for the rest of the meeting. I haven't heard anything personally to see what exactly the injury is. I think they were saying it was more ligament in the shoulder than the shoulder blade that he hurt last year, so maybe a different injury, but he was certainly in the pits while looking down for the tower, and he could barely lift his arm, so it was pretty clear earlier on that he wasn't going to take any part in the meeting, and we just never fired after that really, and probably the less said about Saturday the better.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, remember, we're still not got full details of Josh's injury, but we know he will be missing this Friday night. We've got not a bad guest in place, someone that knows Armadale quite well, but we'll probably get to that in a bit when we talk about Friday nights. But never great to be missing your captain, and obviously we're missing Lassie already, and young Max, and Friday didn't go to plan, and then Saturday, as you say, was even worse, a 61-39 loss. So 39, I wish we'd had 39. 61-29 loss at Workington. So it was a tough way to go. Those guys are all well dialed in down there. And there was some positives on Saturday, particularly Paco later on in the meeting.
Yep.
Justin trying hard as always.
Yep.
And young Max James in particular, I thought was particularly good and really trying hard on Saturday afternoon.
I think it goes to show just how much we missed Max and Lassie on Friday night as well. You know, Dale was tried as hard as he could, but it wasn't to be. And I think Max is showing great signs. I saw a clip of him from 15 metres back during the week there, or the weekend. An incredible ride. And I think we really, really missed him on Friday night. It was good to have him back on Saturday, obviously, but Lassie was a big miss. And I think it's important, Josh is a huge miss when he's injured, but these guys, they do chip in. It has been a team effort. I mean, the result at Glasgow was a team effort. So it's disappointing when we lose these guys. And Workington, there may be some green shoots there, but I think that's one we'll try to forget as soon as we can. But Graham, you said, isn't here. I was hoping he was going to be here for the big text in this week, which is what's better, an Empire biscuit or caramel shortcake? Because it all kicked off. Oh, and there you go. It all kicked off on Facebook this afternoon where Peter Hill, I think you're right, Peter. I think he is away busy with an Empire biscuit. Peter agreed with me. It was caramel shortcake all the way. So there's a text in for everyone. That could be our first text in.
Oh, well, I have to admit, I wasn't involved in that, but I've been going on the German biscuit, and it's a German biscuit for me still. Depends if you get the right level of jam and the wee jubie on top, it can be perfect. Yeah.
I said to Graham, the Millionaire Shortcake's versatile. You can microwave it. It's a utility player. Your German biscuit, your Empire biscuit. It's the Gary Neville of biscuits. You can only do one thing. It can only play one position.
Well, so that's well, hopefully we might see Graham in a bit, but
point across.
We'll chin him on that one.
Yeah.
So as you say, this week, I mean, that was the start of the league campaign last week. Unfortunately, it started with 2 losses, but on Friday night we've got our opportunity to get ourselves on the board on that league table. We do sit at the bottom of the league table, unfortunately, at the moment, but a win on Friday will start to get us back to where we are. It's still very early days, and as I can always say, if you're going to lose a match, home match, lose the first one, because you've then got plenty of away matches to make up for it. So hopefully we can build from that and Scunthorpe on Friday night. But Scunthorpe have certainly been a team to look after in the last few years, getting through the playoffs and get a couple of wins at Armadale last year, and they've started this season quite well as well, John.
Yeah. I think as well, we don't want, it was a sore one. I came away on Friday night thinking, no, that was a sore one. It reminded us a bit of last year, especially after you said at the start we've had some positive chats. We have been racing well so far this season, some great away results. But when you take that Josh was injured, you had no Max, you had no Lassie, that's nearly half your team out, of that. So, yeah, I know that Sam Higgins came in and he won Heat 8 and Dales came in. But, you are riding with half your team effectively in that meeting. So, while, it was a sore one, and I think there's a lot of despondent fans that left on Friday night, I'd urge people, don't get too down, don't get too despondent. You look at the team that's coming through there. Sam guests on Friday night. I can't wait to see the big man back in a Monarchs race jacket. He's an absolute joy to watch. Drew Kemp guesting for Paco there as well. Drew he scores fairly well around here. So let's not get too despondent. It's happened, and you're right. It's probably happened at the right time. It's happened at the beginning. We can hopefully pick some points up on the road and make up for it. But Scunthorpe have got a good team as well, and I think I was looking through their lineups today. You see it again rolling across the bottom. Kyle Howard, Simon Lambert scores very well. Michael Pamtoft there as well. Hopefully, maybe at reserve we can get a bit of luck. But there's no easy meetings in this championship this season.
No, and as you say, unfortunately, we are missing Paco as well. He's in a SGP qualifying Lanigo on Saturday afternoon, and there just was no way to get him from Edinburgh on Friday night to Lanigo in time for that meeting. I know John and Paco tried hard to rearrange that, but after getting to the SGP challenge last year, Paco seen a basic home track for him, another great chance for him, and obviously we wish him well. It's going to be a tough meeting. Just look at some of the names I've put in there, but he'll be keen to make that for get to that GP qualifying challenge for the second year in a row.
He's clearly got ambitions, Paco, which is great. There's no point in just riding your bike for it, and we'll see how we get on. You listen to Josh; he wants to win every meeting he's in there. Paco clearly has ambitions to be in the Grand Prix, and he's wanting to get into these Grand Prix challenges. So that enthusiasm, that optimism, that ambition can only be a good thing to rub off on the rest of the guys.
Yeah, but what is great to see is Lasse Fredriksson back. Yeah. So he'll be back at number 2 for the Monarchs, and he'll be very important. His form this season was really coming into his own, so hopefully he's fully recovered and flying on Friday. Young Max back again. He was really good on Workington on Saturday, and we need to be strong. Unfortunately, the reserve score last week, as we can see, it's there. And whilst you're right, I don't think Scunthorpe at reserve are as strong as I forgot who we were racing last. Plymouth were last week.
Yeah.
With Nathan, they both were very good. But Nathan Ablett, Luke Harrison, they both had good starts to the season. Ablett in particular has had some big scores, and Luke Harrison coming in the first time regular at this level on a 2-point average has scored in every meeting. So it won't be easy for the guys.
No. It definitely won't be, and you're right about Lassie. He's great. He seems to be great around the pitch for the guys, and it seemed an odd one. The virus that he had, from what we heard, he just kind of woke up and didn't really have any movement and things, and a bit of an odd one. But he's hopefully he's on the mend. I know he's been in close contact with the doctors. He's been in close contact with the club, and I think John Campbell put something out saying that we're going to know for definite, probably today or tomorrow, that he's going to be here. We definitely have our fingers crossed, because his last Friday night showed he's a really important cog in this Monarchs wheel. He chips away at number 2. If he can go and make Heat 8 his own as well, he's definitely an important rider in this team. So it'd be brilliant if he was back for Friday night.
Yeah, and just looking at a couple of comments there, John Clements saying we'll not be bottom for long, and hopefully we'll come up with a good result. And Ryan Anderson saying Scunthorpe have a really solid lineup. They showed well against us last year. They actually beat us 54-36 twice last season, including in those playoffs. But they are missing Ryan Douglas, but they do have a few track specialists in there. Connor Mount in particular has been really good recently, and Pam Toft and Alan, and even Lambert on his day. That I think you can say from earlier in his career, he probably never really fancied Armadale that much, but he's normally wins at least one race every meeting he's there, and again, that's going to be up against Kai and Drew Kemp in there, and we'll need those guys to win that middle order battle as well.
Yeah, I think he's impressed me probably more than anybody when he came to Armadale, because you're right, years ago, he didn't fancy the place at all. But you watch him, he's got speed in his bikes, he's flying. I think I didn't see for sure, but I'm sure he will be in the British final lineup, which again features that well-known British guy, Rory Schlein. So he's impressed me, Robert Lambert, that he's the way he's stepped up, and he's got speed in his bikes, he's quick around Armadale. He's definitely not one to be underestimated. I think Friday, I think with, I based my opinion about Plymouth last week on the fact that the 1-7 that we've had at the start of the season, obviously we weren't expecting Josh to get injured, and I'm thinking, we can go and take care of Plymouth, no problem. I did say that I thought Workington was going to be the hardest meeting we'll have had this season. We've made it harder for ourselves with losing Josh and things, but I think this week at home isn't going to be a close contest. There are riders in there that, as you say, are good around Armadale, and if anything, it's going to make for some terrific racing.
Yeah, no, looking forward to terrific racing, and I would strongly advise you guys to get online now, get your tickets, edinburghmonarchs.co.uk for your tickets. If you buy before midnight on Thursday, you get a discount on your rate. This week BSN are in town, so the Monarchs Scorpions will be live on the British Speedway Network. So if you want to watch on the stream, you need to go to their website, watch britishspeedway.co.uk. For gold members, as always, you can still log in and use EMTV if you cannot make it trackside. But as you say, going to be some cracking racing. Really, really looking forward to that. And of course, we've got NGL action again afterwards with the two local teams, the West Lothian Wildcats against the Armadale Angels, both sponsored by Guaco. I put the teams up there as well. We're still waiting on number 4 to be confirmed for the Wildcats, but those guys, I think they had extra practice at Workington on Sunday as well, some of them, and always keen to show their wares at Armadale on a Friday night. Yeah,
and if nothing else, get yourself along to see Big Sam back in a Monarchs race jacket. It was a guess that booking that I wasn't expecting, if I'm honest. The averages are something that I've always never really got my finger on the pulse with. It's they fluctuate in who they can get in, what they can't get in, and I'll just leave that to someone else, and we'll get told to it is. I didn't know if Sam fitted in there. It obviously does.
Well, the way it works is at home you get a 5% bonus on your average. So Josh is below Sam in the averages, but you add 5% to Josh, he goes above Sam, so Sam qualifies at home. Unfortunately, if we got an away meeting, Sam wouldn't qualify to be replacing Josh, but in our next meeting, he couldn't be replacing him anyway, because that will be against Oxford on Wednesday night. The team go to Oxford on Wednesday. Sam's home track this year in the championship, and another tough match for the guys. And hopefully we might hear more about whether Josh has any chance of being back for that, or who we've got there to go on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, first and foremost, we wish Josh a speedy recovery. However the injury is, if it's not so severe, if it's something that's going to keep him out for a wee while, we definitely wish him all the best and a very, very quick recovery, because he's box office just now. And I feel for him, because last season he started the season, he got that shoulder injury, it knocked him back. He's been riding so well this season. He's an actual joy to watch, and you just now, even if he doesn't get, he's going to pass people. He's just so quick. He's worth the admission fee alone. So no, we wish Josh a speedy recovery, and we hope he's back soon, because he is brilliant to watch. And even around the pitch, the way he's talking to the guys, and we can see from up the tower how he interacts with them, what he's doing. He's so important in there. And John Clements has put the comment up there as well. It'll be a joy to watch Sam in the Monarchs outfit again. You know, and I can't remember who it was that put on one of the Facebook things. Hopefully, it's a nice quick drive up for him, and he thinks, you know what, this isn't too bad. I'll come back here next year after him.
Yeah, no, fantastic. As you say, Josh and Paco will be a big miss for the team on Friday night. There'll be like Zakai and Lassie and Sedgie will need to just stand up a bit. Sedgie stand-in captain on Friday night, but yeah, we couldn't have got a better guest than number one. That's for sure. And as with you guys, I can't wait to see him. But the most important things for us is to get our league campaign up and running and pick up 3 points against the Scunthorpe Scorpions on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if we just need to get back to a win, get 3 points on the board, and then just build for there, and then you're back to BSN action the following week at home with Glasgow. You put that to bed, and then you go into June and say, right, okay, so we're one, hopefully, and I'm not putting the cart before the horse here, but if you can get a result, then you say, right, go into June, BSN's done, hopefully, again, we can make it through that, and you start that positivity into the summer months. Say, right, let's go and let's enjoy some Speedway.
Yeah, definitely. And as you say, that big match next week, which is effectively a BSN quarter-final, you're the winner of the match next week at Armadale between Edinburgh and Glasgow will qualify for the semi-final, where we could be a quick-fire return to Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe have made it through to the semi-finals with Workington. Both teams from that northern section will qualify. Scunthorpe are also in the semi-final of the KL Cup. So as we say, flying high, but hopefully Friday night will bring them down, and we'll pick up our first 3 points and start to build towards the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So, well, I think on that point, we'll just go for there. Just a quick reminder again, get your tickets from edinburghmonarchs.co.uk and get your, if you want live stream this week, it is BSN. But and of course, if you want to watch any more of this, we will be back with the Friday focus on Friday night to tell you all about the result, and next week's EMTV social. I'm actually at Oxford, so we'll need to work out what we're doing for that one. But looking for a great week of Speedway. But for now, from this week's social, we'll say good night.
Good night.